So we've gone through the entire writing process. We've brainstormed, we've explicated the prompt, we've come up with a thesis statement, organized into a outline, drafted an intro, drafted some body paragraphs, and now we are at the conclusion. So the last paragraph of the essay has a couple of different purposes. One, I want to kind of draw my reader or audience back to some of the things that I've covered. So it's kind of a refocusing of all of the major points. And it is also an opportunity for me to make my final argument, or my final push for them to either believe what I'm arguing is the truth or see the connections I'm trying to make, or whatever the purpose of my writing is. This is my final opportunity for my audience to get that. So there are three major components to a concluding paragraph. The first is again, a refocus. I'm going to connect the major points. So this should not be, let me emphasize, should not be a copy and paste of your thesis. It could be a simple paraphrase of your thesis. Okay, so again, I'm going to emphasize this. That means in that first sentence, I should have those three things, those three dimensions that I had in my thesis somewhere in that in that first sentence of my concluding paragraph. Okay? So I'm looking for that list. Okay? Second component of a concluding paragraph is I'm going to go through and kind of summarize each of the main points of the body paragraphs. Okay, so if I were to be looking at the body paragraphs for the best way to do this, I might pay special attention to the concluding sentences in each of the body paragraphs and figure out a way to connect to those or reword those. Again, I'm going to say it is not or nog. Ha. So I'm going to do this for each of the body points, or the main points of the body paragraphs. Yes. So that means that I should have how many summaries? So that means I'm going to have 3 sentences there, not just one summary of all of them. 3 sentences. Actually, I'm going to type the word sentences so you guys are actually paying me. I'm going to try to anyway. Okay. And then lastly, this is my mic drop. This is my final opportunity to convince you. I want this to be a powerful statement. If I want to be a little bit more emphatic, I might want to tie this back to my introductory strategy. Okay, so we're looking at, for a concluding paragraph, we're looking at least 5 sentences. Okay, so we're doing that major points in the 3 dimensions in that first sentence. Then I'm going to summarize each of the major points independently in the middle, and then have a mic drop at the end. So looking at a specific example, these again at the top are my notes where I kind of go through everything almost like a script, if you will. And then this is my sample conclusion. Okay, using technology for entertainment, learning, and communication has become the norm in 2022. So teaching students how to use their devices responsibly for these things is vital for them to function in the world around them. Okay, so that is my refocus. Whether it's playing games to decompress or creating new Instagram posts to spark joy, they can find amusement in the device in their pockets. That is the first summary. Let's do green. Okay. They can also renovate their homes with a click of a YouTube video or research a recent health diagnosis of a loved one. This might be my other summary for the body paragraph 2. Lastly, technology can be a lifeline between friends and family, keeping them connected amid busy schedules. And then I have my mic drop. It's one thing to have the device. Learning how to use it guarantees a heck of a lot more 3-pointers than foul shots. So that goes back to my earlier metaphor in my introductory paragraph when I compared using technology to using a basketball and knowing how to use it as opposed to just having one in your possession. Okay? That I'm going to highlight in green. Okay, so that's what a sample conclusion looks like. You are going to be tasked with writing one for your own essay. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And looking forward to wrapping this up.